For more information related to the civil engineering concepts and civil engineering updates, please visit my website civilbasics123.com. Go to type civilbasics123.com in Google so that my website will be open here like this. So which is consisting of all detailed concepts related to the civil engineering topics. So please follow my website civilbasics123.com. In this video lecture, I will explain you complete staircases design as per IS 456-2000 Codal Provision Standard. So in this video, I will explain you what are the different types of the steps we need to consider for designing of the staircases slab by using IS 456-2000 Codal Provision according to the manual design section. Okay. So if you remember this respective 7 step, you can able to learn all the design considerations of the reinforcement which is comes under the staircases. Okay. So this is my staircase. These are the steps we need to consider for the designing of the staircase according to the IS 456-2000 Codal Provision, which is similar to that of the two-way slab designing section. In my previous videos, I was explained how to design the two-way slab system according to IS 456-2000 Codal Provision by using manual method. The same steps will be exist for the respective staircases also. Okay. In that, first one is length of the long span to length of the short span ratio, and second one is effective depth, and third one is loading condition, and fourth one is bending moment calculations, and fifth one is check for the depth, and sixth one is area of the steel, and last one is related to the check for the deflection. Okay. So if you remember this respective 7 steps, you can able to design all the design consideration. Okay. So for example, just I am considering some simple example for designing of the staircase. Let us consider the stair slab which is having the 4.87 meter cross 1.21 meter dimensions. Okay. So for that respective slab, I am considering grade of the concrete is M20 grade concrete and grade of the steel is 500 grade steel provision section. Okay. So let us consider the length of the long span is approximately 4.87 meter and length of the short span is approximately 1.21 meter. Okay. First step is to calculate the ratio of the length of the long span to length of the short span. Okay. So length of the long span divided by length of the short span, which is equals to 4.87 divided by 1.21, which is equals to 4.02, which is greater than 2 factor. If you obtain this respected value of the factor of the L long to L short is less than 2, we will consider it as two-way slab section. But here in this case, it is obtained as greater than 2. Okay. So that we have to consider one-way slab designing section. Okay. So here we have to consider the designing section which is comes under the one-way slab section designs. Okay. The second step is to calculate the effective depth. Basically, before calculating the effective depth, initially we need to assume the thickness of the slab. So let us consider the thickness of the slab is assumed as 140 mm. Okay. We have the formula which is related to the effective depth which is equals to 140 which is related to the assumed thickness minus cover plus diameter of the bar divided by 2. If you substitute the value of the 140 mm thickness of the slab in that particular formula, we get value is 140 minus cover here I am assuming as 15 mm. So 15 plus diameter of the bar is, let us consider it as 10 mm diameter, 10 by 2. Okay. Which is equals to 120 mm. Okay. So basically I am calculating the effective thickness in the step number 2. And third step is related to the loading calculation process. So in the loading calculation process, we have the 3 steps are there. One is related to the dead load of the slab, and the second one is related to the floor finishing load, and third one is related to the live load. So here the dead load of the slab will be consisting of 2 types. One is related to the riser 1/2 weight, as well as the second one is related to the slab weight. Okay. So let us consider the W1 which is equals to thickness of that particular slab multiplied by square root of 1 plus riser by tread whole square into unit weight of the concrete. So here thickness of the slab is assumed as 140 mm. So 0.14 into square root of 1 plus 0.17 divided by 0.28 whole square into 25. So that it can get the value of the W1 is 4.09 kilonewton per meter square. Again we have to calculate the W2 which is equals to 1/2 of riser into 25. Okay. So which is equals to 1/2 of 0.17 into 25, which is comes under the value is 2.125 kilonewton per meter square. If you add the value which is related to the W1 plus W2, which is comes under the value is 4.09 plus 2.125, which is equals to 6.215 kilonewton per meter square. This is the total summation of the value for the respected slab. So now floor finishing weight, let us consider it as 1.5 kilonewton per meter square. Again live load we have to consider it as 3 kilonewton per meter square. You can assume the value, these respective two values according to your consideration. For example, just I am considering here as two types of the loads. Okay, so now the total load will be consisting of the total summation of the dead load of the slab plus floor finishing load plus live load, which is equals to 6.215 plus 1.5 plus 3, which is comes under 10.715 kilonewton per meter square. After calculating all the summation of the respective load, we need to consider the extra 50% of the load as a factor load. Why? Because if you design that particular load according to the considered load only, then it will not resist in some conditions. Due to that reason only, we have to consider the safety of the structure. Because of that factor, we need to consider the extra 50% of the load. So here the factor load, which is equals to 1.5 times of 10.715, which is equals to 16.0725 kilonewton per meter square value. Okay, so this is the factor load. Now we have to calculate the moment calculations, bending moment calculation. Basically here in this case we are considering the one way slab system. Basically it will be comes under the simply supported slab. So if you calculate the bending moment, maximum bending moment value for the simply supported beam, it will be comes under W L square by 8 distance. Okay, so basically we need to calculate the bending moment value W L square by 2, so which is having the formula. If you substitute that particular value of the factor load, which is of 16.0725 in this particular formula, so 16.075 into 1.21 whole square divided by 2. 1.21 is the shorter span distance for the respective slab. So here in this case you can see shorter span is 1.21. Okay, so that it can get the value of the bending will be approximately 2.941 kilonewton meter. So after calculating the bending moment value, we need to check for the depth. Okay, so again for calculating the depth, we have the formula which is related to the m equals to 0.123 into sigma ck into b into d square. So if you modify this particular formula, we will get the depth equals to square root of mu by 0.138 into sigma ck into b. If you substitute the value of the if mu bending moment value in this particular formula, we will get 2.941 into 10 power 6 divided by 0.138 into sigma ck is 20 and b is 1000, so that it can get the depth is 32.64 mm. Okay, so here assumed depth is greater than check for the depth. So here in this case assumed depth is approximately 120 mm and the depth which is obtained from the checking process is 32.64 mm. So hence the considered depth is safe according to the considerations of the IS 456-2000 Codal Provision Standards. Now we have to calculate the area of the steel. So basically the area of the steel will be comes under the two categories. One is related to the main reinforcement bars. Again it will be consisting of the distribution reinforcement bar for the respected stair slab. Okay, for calculating the main reinforcement bar, we have the formula AST equals to 0.5 times of sigma ck divided by sigma y into 1 minus square root of 1 minus 4.6 into mu by sigma ck into b into d square into b into d. Basically if you substitute the values which is comes under the grade of the concrete, grade of the steel and as well as the bending factor moment value, bending moment value and depth, we will get the AST required is approximately for 5706 mm square. Okay, so again we have to calculate the value of the spacing here. Okay, basically spacing will be consisting of the formula pi by 4 into d square divided by AST. Okay, so here if you substitute the value of 57.06 AST in this particular formula, so that it can get the value is 1375.83 mm. Okay, so let us consider 150 mm thickness. So we have to calculate the reverse calculation in order to get the AST. So provided AST equals to pi by 4 into d square divided by spacing multiplied by 1000. Pi by 4 into diameter of the bar is 10 here. 10 square divided by spacing we are adopted as 150 multiplied by 1000, so that it can get the value is 523.33 mm square. So let us provide the tension reinforcement which is consisting of 10 mm diameter bar which is placed at a distance of 150 mm center to center distance for the respected main bars. Again we have to calculate the distribution bars. Basically distribution bars in the staircases will be considered as 0.12% of B into D. If you multiply this respected value 0.12 divided by 100 into 1000 into 120, we will get the distribution steel will be consisting of approximately 144 mm square. Okay, so again 140 mm square if we are calculated here, but the spacing we need to calculate. Spacing equal to pi by 4 into d square divided by AST into 1000. So if you substitute the value of the diameter of the bar as well as the AST, we will get the value of the spacing is 545.23 mm square. So let us consider 200 mm spacing as per our assumption. So pi by 4 into d square divided by spacing into 1000, pi by 4 into 10 square and divided by 200 into 1000, so that it can get the value of the AST provided is 392.5 mm square. So we have to provide the tension reinforcement which is of 10 mm diameter bars which is placed at a distance of 200 center to center distance for the distribution reinforcement. Okay, so after calculating the main bars as well as the distribution reinforcement bars, we need to check for the depth. Basically we have to check L short length to depth provided which is less than L by D max. So here L short which is provided by D which is equals to 1210 divided by 120. 1210 is the shortest span distance, 120 is the depth, so that it can get the factor is 10.083. So in order to calculate the L by D max, we have to calculate the modification factor multiplied by 32 factor. Okay, so basically modification factor will be available with the considerations of the FS as well as the PT, so which is available in the page number 38 of IS 456-2000 code. So according to IS 456-2000 code, page number 38, FS equals to steel stress of service. Okay, so which is equals to 0.58 into sigma y into AST required by AST provided, which is equals to 0.58 into 500 into 144 divided by 392.5, which is of 106.39 Newton per mm square. So again PT percentage is AST by B into D into 1000, which is consisting of approximately 0.12 percentage. For the respected value of 106.39 and 0.12 percentage, the modification factor is 2 here. Okay, so if you calculate the L by D max value, so that it can get 2 into 32 which is equals to 64 here. Okay, so Lx by D which is provided which is equals to 10.083 which is less than of L by D max which is of 64. Hence the provided deflection is safe according to the IS 456-2000 codal provision standard. Okay, so if you design these respective steps according to IS 456-2000, you can able to design the staircases reinforcement section. So in this case example, we have obtained the main bars which is consisting of 10 mm diameter bar which is placed at a distance of 150. Again distribution bars which is of 10 mm diameter bar which is placed at a distance of 200 is the reinforcement values we are obtained for the staircases according to IS 456-2000 codal provision standard system. Okay, so this is the complete process. If you have any queries about this respected video, please try to text me your questions in the below comment box. I will try to give the answer for the respected questions. Thank you.